Oh my God, I started that.
The book?
I started that book. Yeah.
Good,
Um,
right?
it certainly starts off with a bang. That's for sure. Literally, quite literally.
Right?
So,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
so good.
I like it. I ended up getting it on Audible so I could listen and just like chill. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I did. I put mine on Audible. I think I have the book as well, but um I read it like years ago, so I'm stoked because I'm like, oh my God, he's so right.
yeah,
Right?
totally.
Um, so we're gonna do a lot in this business builders group. Or I'm gonna be, I don't want to say I'm going to be teaching things. I'm just going to be showing you guys different things that I have learned, and I just want to share with you guys. And you guys can take whatever you want and implement whatever you want. Um, and I'm kind of doing it with some other leaders as well. So some of the like awesome is like a Michelle Albright word, and so we're kind of like integrating both of like mine, hers, and two other leaders. So if it doesn't sound like me, it's probably because we use their languages. um, so here's the thing, when we looked up like some stats, it said that the average person spends 7 hours and 4 minutes per day on their screens, right?
Wow.
Which is a lot. It's basically like a full-time job. So what we really want people to realize, and I do it myself, is that you just get sucked into that, and the amount of minutes that goes is astronomical, right? But if you're super strategic with your time and how you work your business, like you can get it done a lot faster. So we're going to give you guys some ideas.
Okay.
So, and I just kind of said this, like, being super intentional with your time. I do have, and I can show you guys how I did my thing on Trello because it was free. But I kind of outgrew Trello, meaning like I have a really big customer base and a team base. So Trello was awesome when I first started out. I didn't want to pay extra, and I created like a sales funnel and basically like a master list of where I housed my customers and how I move them strategically through like a sales funnel, right? So like you have like your master list. The first thing you want to do is offer a sample. The second thing you might want to do is add them to your VIP group. And then you want to see if you can get them to be a customer, hostess. Now we can even add the sub box in there. And then if they want to become a stylist, right? So in Trello, and some people like to do it on pen and paper, which is totally fine. But on Trello and in this, it's called the Biz Kit, you can work strategically from that platform instead of working from like Facebook and Instagram. So when I do my messages, when I'm either in Trello or the Biz Kit, I tap on like the customer card and I have all her information there. So I just click on Facebook, it takes me to Facebook. I message her, but then I get out and I move right back into Trello so that my conversations are quick, fast, and easy so that it gives me more time to do some of that fun stuff like creating content.
Nice.
um, so here's like a little bit of a formula that we came up with that seemed to like really work and is efficient. So as you can see, there's 10 minutes a day on stories. So you doing stories 6 days a week. Each story is only 15 seconds. And stories really is about kind of like getting that really super closeness with your customer or soon to be customer. It's kind of like a behind the scenes, right? Like, who are you as a person? Like, what are you doing type of thing. And the reason why stories are so important is that when somebody sees your story and they comment, it goes right to the direct message. So now all of a sudden,
Yeah,
you're
I noticed that.
right, right. So, and I do it to other people too, and I'll teach you guys that method. They call it the lazy girl method, but it's just going to the top bubbles and going through stories and clicking on it and just commenting, because then you're going to end up in their DMs, right? And now you can have all of a sudden the conversation starts, and now that connection starts going. So it's a really great way to keep the connections with your customers and to get that new relationships going. And it's very easy and simple, right? It doesn't always have to be about color street. It could just be like what they're doing. Somebody has whatever going on, you know what I mean? And it's like, you can just comment. So, and be strategic about it though. Look at your time. So if it says 8:11, at 8:20, get off. You've done enough, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the hardest part. Is to
Mm.
get off.
So true.
Right? So then what you can have is 1 to 2 hours of creating content. And this should be done daily or weekly, depending on what fits your needs, right? Because everybody has different time frames of how they work and when they work their business. Some people like to just do like 1 or 2 days and schedule everything out. Some people just like to post every single day. So this is a new one that we thought was a good idea. Because I think a lot of people are stuck like not doing parties. Parties are great. If you can get a party, awesome. But we definitely don't want people to feel like that defeatedness of like going for the no, and messaging like 100 people to get a party. Like I posted in my VIP group, like, where are the teachers? Do you have kids in school? Does anybody want to host a party? Like I offered, like, I kind of dangled a little carrot and offered a little something. And this is the girl who's doing the messenger party, but she said yes to it and she was excited, right? But what I'm also doing is either having like a 1-hour lunch or coffee date or dinner, wine, whatever you want to do. You can actually even do these virtually over Zoom or FaceTime, but to 1 hour, either a week or even start off just once a month. Like I have a coffee date with somebody next week who we were chatting online, and she's local. And I said, hey, you want to just like meet for coffee one morning? And she said, yeah. And I said, do you mind if I bring a sample with me so I can show you how to put these on? She said, absolutely. So for me, that one-on-one, whether it be over a glass of wine or a coffee, is so important because that relationship is going to like connect really fast and quick. And I feel like in-person sales is a lot more, right? Because when I'm talking to her and I put it on, I can ask her, what's your favorite color? Oh, it's red. Oh my God. Okay, wait, let me show you, because I'll bring my laptop with me. Let me show you crimson red. Let me show you, all the different options, right? And I can help her work through that. I can also start talking about how do you take care of your nails? Like, what kind of nail polish remover do you wear, right? So like when you're having those conversations, and I don't want to use the word upsell, but you kind of are, right? You're telling them more about the product and how, like, I'm loving this nail care line. I talk about it all the time because a lot of people who have been gel nails or acrylic nails, right? They take it off and now they're like, their nails hurt. Our nail, like,
Yeah.
right? Like they kill. So
Yep.
I always say to them, what you need is our cuticle oil and nail strengthener, right? And I talk about that. But then I kind of go, oh, but wait, what do you use for nail polish remover? Because it's really, really important that you use non-acetone. That's like a big factor in this. So I kind of upsold them, right? But what I first did was I found out what their problem was. And I went in right away with the cuticle oil and nail strengthener. I didn't do all of it. I just went in with 2 products, but then I upselled her to the nail polish remover, right? Which is a big upsell because it's like $16.
Yeah.
And then the next one is the 1 hour of reach outs, which is really important, right? 4 days a week, a few minutes a day, will add up to, an hour or a week or less. And reach outs are so, so important. We're going to talk more about transformational conversations and content so that all of this stuff here in this formula is going to be something that you're super excited to do and to share. Because the only thing that we don't want you guys to do is to feel yucky and spammy. We want you guys to know that like our product actually can help somebody when they're in like a desperate, dire need, right? Or if they just want their nails to be pretty. Or they want their lipstick. Lauren, I saw your post today. It was awesome.
Oh my God, I love this Stardust. I'm obsessed with it. I
Oh,
love it.
they
Oh my
better
God.
come out with that. They better come out with that so
Oh, it'd
people
be a
can buy it.
huge seller. It would be like VIP because it's like so neutral and it's like sparkly. I know.
So I have a 14-year-old daughter who loves makeup, and I put it on and she was like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "That is mine. Do not touch." I'll
I
get you
love
one
it.
as soon as I can. Right? All right, so 10 minutes a day on stories. All right, so think about it. Stories are 15 seconds long, so you can do this in less than 10 minutes easily. The point is purpose. So when posting, what value are you bringing and what call to action can you have, right? So the cool thing about stories is that you can have a poll, you can ask a question, like get in there and just start having fun with it. Like they have that question box that comes out, like make it easy for your audience to interact, right? So
Yeah.
they're seeing it, like you want to just make sure that it's like, oh yes, right? Like, or no, or make it funny, like, yep, or no way, you know? But stories is where people are really going to start to interact with you. So it's really important. And guys, it doesn't even have to be Color Street related. Um, it's really just showcasing your personality and what you're doing like every day. You know what I mean? What I try to do for stories, you can actually just use the camera, the video of your camera on your phone, and you can just go around and say, hey, like, I'm having coffee today. I don't usually drink coffee, but blah, blah, blah. And then if you do it through the video on your phone, it's just going to go right to your, your photos on your camera, and you can upload that whenever you want. So you don't have to upload it right away. So because what I like to do is I like to do like morning, afternoon, and night. But sometimes I know I'm going to be busy at night. So I'll be like, all right, well, I'll just like I'll do the content and just post it later. Or you can just do it all at once. Like it doesn't have to be complicated. It's most important is just getting it done, right? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys over here. 1 to 2 hours of content. So 2023 requires a whole new approach to content creation. Okay. You totally have to have a strategy. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna go into more detail about this. I've got some great content for you guys. The guide that I've been following has been working great. It's called the Transformational Business System. And it's about creating content that connects. And like I said, I'll be sharing like it's about 4 important shifts that you need to make in your content strategy for you to really kind of stand out. It's not about posting just like, whatever corporate gives us. Okay. And we really need to have a strategy to make sure that, we're getting the results that we want. And like I said, this is kind of more of like time management, but we're going to get into this. And you guys are going to be psyched to hear about it because when I learned it, I was like, this makes more sense. And I'm
What are
getting.
they drinking? That looks good.
What are they doing? I know, right? Exactly. And can I have it in that cup and that straw and like
Yes, exactly.
all that fun? That's what I want. That's what I want. So here's a couple of ideas for like the content creation of what you guys can think of like right now until we get to that plan. Okay. So about me is like all about your brand. About me posts give your audience a peek inside to who you are, share your stories, your triumphs, your failures, what motivates you, and what inspires you. Allow your audience to get to know you. The more vulnerable you are, the more they like you. There's a couple of posts out there that I've done and they're like, wow, this is like the most like, well, I forget what the woman said, but it was like real post that I've seen in a long time. And I think I was like eating like a cheeseburger from McDonald's because I'm like, I just don't eat cheeseburgers from McDonald's, but here I am in my car eating a cheeseburger from McDonald's. Like, like, because people don't see me do that. Right. So being vulnerable and just kind of like letting your guard down and just being you, you're going to find the people that you're going to connect with. Share your why. What brought you to where you are? Why did you choose to start your business? And what drives you to do what you do? Stories are super powerful. Behind the scenes, people buy from people that are approachable and relatable. These posts should showcase the love you put into your work and the real life of your business. Help your audience imagine them doing what you do. Every time that like you post, before you hit the post button, think to yourself, what's in it for them? So if I'm going to read the post, right? So if I'm reading Lauren's post and I'm reading it and I'm going, okay, that's great. But what's in it for me?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Right.
so always think about how can this help somebody else? You know what I mean? So really kind of think about that. And like I said, we'll get into more details. Tutorials are great. You can see I've really been doing a lot of tutorials because I really feel like helping people get comfortable with makeup, get comfortable doing their own nails. And they're just kind of fun too. Personal insights, your audience will feel more connected to you when you share fun facts, personal stories, and really kind of relate to who you are as a person. Inspiration, motivation, encouragement, entertainment. People love to be entertained, man. That's why TikTok is so like crazy, because that is like the epic of entertainment, right? I mean,
Yeah. I haven't
right?
gotten into TikTok really. I probably should, but I don't
Oh,
know.
it's like a time suck. Don't do it. Save yourself
Oh,
time. Save yourself the time. And if
yeah.
you focus on all of those, the products and the selling, right? It really won't be salesy. Okay. So if you give them value and education about like what our nail strips can do for you, they can save you time, they can save you money, and you can have beautiful salon quality nails in like a matter of minutes, right? But tell a story behind that so that they can relate. Like what I would say in a situation like that would be like when I was working at the hospital, I would come home, take a shower, and my husband would say, "Hey, you want to go out and grab a drink?" And I would look down and my nails weren't painted, and I go, "Oh my god, but my nails aren't done." So I grab a bottle, right? Like that makes me feel really good, is having my
Me
nails
too.
done,
I'm the same way.
right?
I'm the same
Yeah.
way.
So I would grab a bottle of liquid polish and do my nails in the car and blast the heat and go like this. Can anybody relate to that? Like,
Yes.
ever done
Yes.
that before? Right? So
Yeah.
telling a story behind it really kind of grabs people because you want people to get that feeling of, oh my God, I've done that before. And how easy it was that I don't need to turn on full blast air anymore because I can just sit and do my nails in the car.
Yeah.
Right? Like, think about how much more relatable that is to just being like, hey, have you ever done like your nails in the car? Right? Like, there's a big
Yeah.
difference between the two. And if you guys are like trying to create content and you're like, I don't know if this is like, I don't know if this is a good post or I might need help with it, put it in the business builder chat because we're all learning. There, I even will say like, it's not resonating with me, and I'll send my post to somebody else and say, what do you think? And they're like, I might need a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. But that's the only way that we learn.
Yeah. I actually beginning of July, I had like 2 weeks worth of horrible migraines, and I just felt like awful. And I said to myself, I need to do my nails, and I did my nails. I put Flora Flash on, and I felt like so much better. I felt so much better. It's crazy.
Tell the story, girl. Tell the story.
Yep.
Because I think somebody else out there is probably having the same thing.
Yeah.
It's think about how it feels. Like I this is my motto when it comes to nail polish. I feel like it's like almost like a ribbon on a present.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just completes it and it looks absolutely beautiful and stunning. That's what nail polish does for me.
Definitely.
Right? So
Yeah.
kind of talk to that and maybe share a story of either when you put it on or how you felt and what it did for you in that moment of time. But tell them, I had a migraine. I was down and out. Like, I felt like crap.
Yeah.
I just said to myself, what would make me feel better? You know what? Doing my nails. I got up, I did my nails, and it was like instantaneous smile on my face.
Yep. For sure.
People can relate to that for sure. Um, So a 1 hour lunch or coffee date, this is a great way to have like a one-on-one conversation and show them the wow factor. I mean, guys, I've done events and man, if you can get a group of people around you and you just put this on, everybody's like, what? What just happened, right? And you can do that with just a one-on-one conversation, right? When you have something to invite people to, you'll talk about it more too, right? I ended up doing a thing at my brother's restaurant. They opened up a restaurant in our town and we had like 15 to 20 women there. We were doing charcuterie and nails. And can I tell you,
Oh, I
everybody,
saw that. It looked awesome.
it was so cool. I was like, can I do this every month? I like this was so much fun. But it was so cool that some people who were like, I see you do that online all the time. And it was so different for them but to actually see it in person. So and I mean you could do them virtually too. You could just be like, you could say to your friend like, or one of your friends like, hey, are you know, can we do like a coffee date over like virtually, because especially if they're like in another state or something like that. And
Yeah.
just you could just say to them like, hey, let's have coffee, let's catch up on Zoom and let me show you like these awesome nail strips. Girl, no pressure. I just want to show you what it's like because you're going to be wowed and it might work for you or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
And always sharing the opportunity for the business is always a great tool. All right, so this was that. Remember I was talking about that lazy girl method, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
so this is how it goes. So, you know, we can't, when we put out stuff on social media, it's great. People kind of know what you're talking about, what's going on. But for the most part, we really need to kind of make those connections on our own, right? So there's a thing called the 333 method, and it's connecting with customers, potential customers, or potential new team members. And you can use Instagram or Facebook stories. And what you could do is just do 3 customers, 3 potential customers, or 3 potential teammates. And what you do is you comment so this is in stories, guys. So you just go to the stories part. In 2, if like you're like, well, I don't know like who my customers are or potential teammates, just do 9. Do it simple. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to do these 9 and then I can be done, right? Because what
Yep.
it is that the comment is going to go directly to their message box, which I said before. And you know, and just chat with them as if you were chatting with your best friend, right? Doesn't always have to be about Color Street. It's just really about building that relationship. So the 3-3 method is awesome. I love it. And here are some time saver hacks. Shoot it straight, skip the small talk. You can do that with some people, not all the time, right? Like some of my girlfriends, like I'll call them my home girls. I'm like, guys, this just dropped, right? Check it out. I can do that with them because I have a different relationship, you know,
Yeah.
like my cousin who is awesome. She loves makeup. I'm like, hold on, girl. Guess what is coming in September? And she's like, what is it? What is it? I'm like, guess, you know, like just kind of want to make it fun for her. But she was super stoked. Oh, look at, we messed this up. I'm super stoked about the mascara, right? So sometimes you can shoot it straight. Sometimes you can't, especially if you're still in that building that relationship. People respect and relate to imperfection and messing up more than anything. Instead of a sample form, you can create a nail care quiz. Michelle Albright did that. So if you guys want to see what she did, I can certainly get that to you guys, because instead of being
Oh,
like, hey, do you want a sample? You could say, hey, take my nail care quiz.
I like that. That sounds
Yeah,
cool.
isn't it? Because then it's like, you know, what's wrong? Like, you know, she had like, do you have brittle nails or do your nails pale? Like, right. So it was all kind of like based towards the nail care line. But I thought it was actually really kind of fun instead of sample form to have a nail care quiz. Cause you see like the hair people, they say like a hair quiz, or yeah, I think they say there's
Yes.
a quiz, right?
Yep.
Um, Pre-record some random videos that you can edit or chop for content. just remember that every piece of content that you have, that you've created, you should really kind of save that somewhere. Like I have SyncShare and I save most of my content, because if there's ever a time where I'm going to go on vacation for a week, I can just take all that post content, like the ones that I've already done, and just repurpose them. Like no one's going to know, right? Like I don't have to
Yeah.
always build out new content all the time. This one's a great one. Instead of like the fancy graphics, show up and show your face. Create your own basic product photos and videos that you can use over and over and over again. For instance, like you see, like this is Michelle's hands, right? Holding this. She could use this for anything. She could use this in
Yeah.
stories. She could use it in her VIP group. She can use it on her personal page. She could talk about a ton of stuff here. Here, like we just put the color play box down there. Like, look at it's on somebody's doorstep. You could use that month after month after month, right? You don't have to keep on using different stuff. Like,
Yeah.
right? This here, the Color Street, nail polish remover. Let me, I'm gonna show you guys what I did. I don't
My
think
customers love that stuff.
the seeing you.
No, no, the nail polish remover.
Oh, the
Sorry.
nail polish remover. Oh my God, right? Okay. So look at, I have it in beautiful, but like I just took the nail strengthener, right? So this is just like content that I created, but it's my own hands, right? But I don't need to do any more content with all of that. Oops, sorry. Do you see that, guys?
Yeah.
Right? Like, but like those are my hands, right?
It's just really tiny because the whole screen is the slide, so you're like this big.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'll show you guys after. I'll show you guys after the slide. There's only a few more slides left. So, all right. So now, like, so we kind of saw like the formula, right? So the benefits of time blocking is to help structure your day. Once you do all this stuff, you're done. Close the door. Close the door of the office. Put down the phone, right? It also shows you where your time is going. It helps you choose your priorities. It encourages your focus, your motivation, promotes accountability, gives you a realistic time frame, and clearly shows your daily accomplishments. It's always great to kind of look and say, look at all that stuff I got done today, right? And it was income producing activities. It was stuff that is going to move your business forward. All the stuff that we just talked about, right? And I can go back. Oh, I went back the wrong way. Look at all of us. So anyways, this is just like a little, we're just excited that there, you know, some of the people on our team really kind of want to move your business forward. So we're super excited for you guys. We're going to come back and, you know, teach a lot here. Let me show you. Okay. Can you see it better now?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, your nails look so healthy.
Right? Totally.
Yeah.
So like, I just tried to be like a little creative with it. I moved like the bottle around. Some of them are videos. But that way, like when I'm talking about the nail care, I don't have to go and take a picture. I can just go into my photos and find one. You know what I mean? So like, you don't always have to create like new content. Take the content that you have. Like somebody said, oh, I love the picture of you, like with your hands up.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Okay. So I did my hair and my makeup. I went like this. I went like this. I went like this. I did this. I took 5 pictures in 2 minutes. I uploaded it to Canva. I put it in a folder, and now I can use it whenever I want, right? Can put it on different graphics and stuff like that. I don't have to keep on reinventing the wheel. So think about that, like utilize the content that you already have.
Yeah.
So what I want you guys to do, like for this week, really take a look. I can even like screenshot or kind of come up with like a PDF so that you guys can say, like, kind of see like, okay, I should be doing 10 minutes of stories. I'll do the lazy girl method, 333, you know, my content, and take that PDF of that focus formula. And just what you want to do is look at your weeks and say, when am I working? Okay, I've got an hour on Monday, I've got 2 hours on Tuesday, I don't work Wednesday, but I'm gonna work Thursday, and put in what you're doing in those hours, so that when you sit down to do Color Street, you know exactly what needs to be done. There's no question about it. Like, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna be focused, and I'm gonna get this done. Instead of just sitting down and going, I have so much to do, I don't even know where to start, and now I'm overwhelmed. Have you ever felt that way?
Yeah. Yeah. Today I
Right?
did actually.
Yeah. Yes. So, and you know, this is how it all originated. Actually, I don't know if I have it right here. Oh, I did. Just on a notebook and paper, right? And for me, it was like connect with 5 VIPs, 5 customers, 5 stories, 5 posts, do a reel, private message. And what we did was just said, okay, what is going to move our businesses forward? Right? Like, I made that connection with that woman. I said, I'm just going to connect with an in-person person in August, just one day for the month of August, because August is crazy for me. So if you're like overwhelmed, don't be like, oh my God, I need to do this once a week. No. Like, you have to be like, reality needs to come in,
Yeah.
right? And you have to say to yourself, like, I knew August was going to be excruciatingly busy. And what I needed to do is look at my IPAs, my list, and say, is this realistic? What's going to move the needle forward? That's where I need to concentrate, and I'm taking this out. Right? So, so what questions do you guys have? And was that helpful?
Yeah, it was very helpful. I'm trying to think if I have questions. My brain is like so fried from the last couple days because I have Color Street that did the back to school launch yesterday, and then Sipology launched our fall catalog yesterday. So I'm just like I don't even. I'm like, where am I even posting this? Like, I'm gonna end up posting nails in my tea group at some point. So it's just been crazy the last 2 days.
And all the stuff with Color Street the last 2 days been.
Oh, I know it's yeah, but I mean it's exciting stuff, so it's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Lisa?
I struggle with the time management part of it. I mean, I'm doing things and I will schedule and I'll write down I should do this and then I don't stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some, issues with this time blocking that I have got to sort out. I mean, I have to. It's going to be crucial to my business, even to my own well-being. Like, I am staying up till 1 most nights doing stuff because I work during the day. Then I get home and then I have things and saying, no, I have to get this done. I can't sleep. Like, and I'm like, no, like, I'm not going to be healthy if I continue this. So I really have to block.
You know what you could do, Lisa? Somebody did, because I said, I need 10 more hours in the day. And she said, no, you don't. And I'm like, how do you know? Yes, I do. She said, no, for 2 weeks, write everything down. How long did it take me to get ready in the morning, to make dinner? Everything for 2 weeks. Take, like, legit say, it took me an hour to do this party. It took me an hour to make this graphic. It took me 15 minutes to do this. Everything, write everything down. Because when I came back after the 2 weeks, I was like, okay, I shouldn't have done this and I shouldn't have done that. I wasted time here, I wasted time there. But then I also said, wait a minute, what can I do to make this easier? Like, making my content on, creating these little systems for myself where it's like, no, Margaret, you don't have to create new content every single time, right?
Yeah.
If you're busy, grab that photo and, use other wording, you know what I mean? So try that, Lisa. Try to, like, just figure out what you're going to do or for the 2 weeks, just write down like what you're doing. And then we can, we can even do a private Zoom together and we can kind of work through, like, okay, what is going to be realistic? Because the last thing you want to do is get burnt out.
Yeah.
That's definitely feeling like a concern. So
Yeah.
I need to use my time better and like you said, eliminate the areas where I'm not spending my time well, but I think I am.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
So
you.
do that for at least a week. And when you feel like you have like a good strong hold on it, I will gladly help you because that woman's like saved my life.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And I know Tasha, you came in late, but do you have any questions at all?
No, but I look forward to watching the replay because I missed the, it sounds like the important parts. And I got a bunch of nail mail today, so I'm like trying to figure out what I want to do with fall sets and how am I going to do that. So
Mhm.
yeah, I need to get back into a routine, and my back to school routine starts next week and things will have a schedule again. I'm
Yeah.
looking at that.
And I still have 3 more weeks left. We don't go back till the end of August.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
nice.
gonna say,
So
so all
busy.
you guys that go back to school so early, like the back to school stuff will probably be gone as far as supply, but before we even start school, because ours is the very end of August or beginning of September. So the
Yeah.
timing of that really, like nobody bought a set, which is kind of unusual, but I think it's the timing of it for us. It's just off.
Yeah.
I had
whole-
one friend who's a teacher. She got 2 of the pop quiz and 2 Swiss and Tell to wear underneath.
Oh, that's that
Yeah.
looks awesome.
Yeah.
really
So
good.
I just the one order I got for back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep on posting it in my VIP group because I had somebody who was like, "Oh my God, those are super cute. I have a couple of teacher friends. I'll send them your way."
There you go.
Right? Tasha, your hair looks pretty. It's nice and blonde.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm going blonder, to camouflage the you know what. But yeah,
It looks good. Looks really good. So guys, when you're inside like the business builders thing, like feel free to like, talk about the Atomic Habits if you're reading it. I'm just kind of saying like, oh my God, like, did you guys get to this part? It was really good. Questions at all, throw them in there. I mean, whatever you're going through, somebody in there is going through too. So, yeah, I would love for it to be kind of like just back and forth of ideas and whatnot. And like I said, I want to talk about like transformational conversations and transformational content. It's really, really good. So I'll try to do like different days and different times because I know like we've got people all over the place. So, but
Yep. And I have to go, so
yeah,
I'm on somewhere now.
Okay.
So thank you.
yeah,
It's watching.
absolutely.
See ya.
Yeah, thanks,
All
Margaret.
right, ladies. So listen, have a good night and
You too.
chat soon. Bye.
Sounds
Bye.
great. Thank you.